True statement. My students learned more when I worked less. It's the lean think teaching mindset. Teachers, I want to share a moment with you that completely changed my career. My first year teaching, I only had a 25% proficiency from my class. Terrible. I love those students, but they obviously didn't learn. Second year, I'm using lean, decidedly doing less, 75% proficiency. Now I'm consistently above 90%. Last year, 97.5, year before that, 100%. That moment was shocking. I had done less and had that 75% proficiency. Wow, my students were learning more when I was actually working less. How did that happen? If you're hearing that and thinking, there's no way, I barely keep up as it is, I want you to stay with me because this one mindset shift, what I now call lean think, gave me time back, gave my students better outcomes, and honestly, completely saved me from burnout. Hi, my name's Julie, and I'm a classroom teacher and the creator of Lean Think. I'm here to help you. Today, I want to talk about why working less can actually make you a better teacher. It's true. We're taught to believe that more effort equals better teaching. Longer hours, more grading, bigger lesson plans, answering emails at 9 at night, reinventing everything from scratch every single year. Biggest myth ever. But here's the truth. No one says it out loud. What drains us is not the teaching. In fact, teaching, being with our students, that's what we love. It's the friction that we fight all day long. I also like to use the word waste. The waste creates the friction. The systems do not support us. The constant decision making, the work we do twice because it was never standardized the first time. It is death by 1,000 tiny inefficiencies. And the reason so many teachers feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or like they cannot keep doing this. It's not personal failure. It's not the lack of ability. It's waste. My first experience teaching, I thought the solution was to push harder. Obviously, just push harder. You probably know that feeling, doing everything you can and still feeling behind. But then something happened. One year I was truly forced to simplify the way I prepared, taught, and assessed. And suddenly the room changed. Students were calmer, transitions were smoother, and their learning actually increased significantly. Not because I became a different teacher, but because I removed the unnecessary waste, the friction from my day, which also removed the waste and friction from my students' learning. This is where Lean Think enters the picture. Lean says something simple but powerful. When you remove waste, you create space for value. Value. Not busy work, not chaos, not running around, putting out fires. Value. Value for students to learn. For teachers, value looks like this. Clear instructions, strong relationships, precious, focused practice, meaningful feedback, smooth flow in the classroom. When you stop doing the things that do not produce value, your time frees up, your energy frees up, and then something surprising, special, and powerful happens. Your students rise to meet you. They become more independent, more confident, more accountable, because the environment finally works with them instead of against them. The environment works with you and not against you. What we know from both research and lived teaching experience is this. Systems produce results, and effective systems with clarity, predictability, and flow produce better student achievement. Fact. Teaching more hours does not guarantee more learning. Remove that from your brain. But removing waste, removing that friction, it does. When waste and friction is removed, you get more instructional minutes, fewer behavior interruptions, clear expectations, higher student ownership. This is the systems thinking in education. Not doing more, doing less, and making less incredibly powerful for both you and your student. your work-life balance and your students' learning. Once I embraced Lean Think, I finally felt like myself again. I was not drowning in prep. I was not exhausted every Sunday night. I was not carrying the weight of every system failure on my shoulders. And keep in mind, that was work. I have a family. I have 5 kids. How was I doing this? I wasn't. The truth is, my students did not just maintain their learning, they exceeded it when I did less. I focused on what added value. This is why I believe so deeply. You can be an extraordinary teacher without sacrificing your health, your evenings, or your joy. Or how about this? Without sacrificing your family. Teaching does not require burnout. I'm going to say it again. Teaching does not require burnout. It requires clarity, systems, and intention. You take control and you're intentional creating systems. When you work within a system that supports you, you perform like the teacher you've always wanted to be. If this resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in this series. And if you know a teacher who needs to hear this, please share it with them. It may help more than you realize. If you want help identifying where time and energy are leaking out of your day, download my free guide called The 9 Wastes in Education. It will help you see the hidden drains in your classroom and your workflow. It'll give you a clear place to start. The link is below. Your students can learn more when you finally get to work less. Remember, do less and get more. It's up here, Lean Think.